Welcome to True Crime and Celebrity News. If live breaking news and court trials and following true crime your thing, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you see what you like in my content, please consider giving the content a thumbs up. Welcome to True Crime and Celebrity News. If live breaking news and court trials and following true crime your thing, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you see what you like in my content, please consider giving the content a thumbs up. Welcome to True Crime and Celebrity News. If live breaking news and court trials and following true crime your thing, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you see what you like in my content, please consider giving the content a thumbs up.
Hello, everybody. I'm here. Welcome to True Crime and Celebrity News. It's Thursday, December 18th, and we are going to watch the Mickey Stines hearing, status hearing. It's a status hearing. He's been in jail a while. He's still looking pretty healthy. Not that it's any of my business. I had to hurry up and throw this live together, like, quickly. So I'm not real sure what let's look up what a status hearing is. Like where his trial is where the status of his trial is. But he's going to court for allegedly shooting the judge. The sheriff shot the judge. I mean, we all saw the video. Oh, so this is what they're going to have right before the trial. So this is the last one before the trial. So I'm not sure what we'll hear. But we got this, y'all. I had a peanut butter sandwich. Doing okay so far. So far, so good. I think it might be an ulcer. I drink a lot of iced coffees. I think I better stop. Oh, God. Well, that sucks. Well, that lighter went to the heavenly gods. Good thing I have a candle going. My apartment smells like cinnamon. Cinnamon and butterscotch. Cinnamon and butterscotch. Cinnamon out in the kitchen. Butterscotch in my room. Not butterscotch. God. Butternut squash. Butternut. Hazelnut. I just love the smell. That cheap Walmart brand candle for like $3.86. Oh my God. Son sometimes brings me home like 4 of them. I'm just waiting for him to get home. He's going to be home early today. His friend was out being naughty and drinking on Saturday, and he did something with a step and broke his foot in half. Like, his foot is so broke. I have his x-rays, and I got to figure out his insurance and stuff because he's got to have surgery to fix it. So he's at home. The other day we went there and we were waiting for him, like banging on the door, trying to get him to answer the door. And because I wanted to get that stuff done, but nobody would answer. So, yeah. So that kind of sucks to have a broken foot, and his girlfriend's in the hospital. She had surgery on her leg. So they're just a bad situation. I told my boyfriend, had he not have his brother, and his brother's blind, so he can't help him, but he can't come stay here at my apartment. His brother's just too much. And I said to Son that I would help take care of Jackson while he recovers from this broken foot. But his brother cannot come here. No. I don't do the drinking. I just don't. I don't. If I drink, that's fine. But it's like once a year. And I don't really allow drinking in my apartment. So, and I really don't like to be around alcoholics, around people that are drinking. Scares me. It's post-traumatic stress disorder from my ex-husband. So I like this new thing that StreamYard is doing now. They're making they'll make you AI videos and you can post them on YouTube. Man, I'll tell you what, I posted 2 of them and I got so many people that are watching them. So I posted 2. That's not right. So the one video has 283 views and the other one has 180. And then the live has 9. And I'm up to 2,418 hours. So I have 582 hours to go to be monetized. I've been working on my YouTube, like fixing the different I thought you were taking a nap. I'm just talking to myself. I was talking about that this is a status hearing. So this is a hearing before the trial. So the trial must be coming up. And then I talked about how Son's friend broke his foot. And I was saying to myself, just talking to myself, that his Son's friend, they're from the same island. Well, his girlfriend is in the hospital, but she can't come stay here either. Like I can't do Doreen, and my dog don't like her. And I don't know if she kicked my dog or what it was, but they were here one night, and ever since then, Leah don't like her. She growls at her, and she just can't. But Jackson would be more than welcome to come and stay while he recovers from this broken foot that he has to have surgery on. And I But he's also got a brother living with him that's blind from cataracts that is easily fixed. But these people just are so against the doctor that it's pathetic. So his brother would definitely have to go back to Missouri or back to the island or back to somewhere, because no, not that I'm a mean person. He swears a lot. When he drinks alcohol, he's very mean. I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm straight. Like, I don't need that crap. I got enough problems. So, and Son and I really don't drink. So, and I'm not supporting him. He made his brother the other day get up with this big wrap on his foot, walk down these 30 steps to go get him a pack of cigarettes when we had just been there banging on the door, but nobody wanted to answer. No, I don't. I mean, Jackson would be more than welcome to come and stay while he recovered, but only him. I mean, his girlfriend, I think her sister said, was going to a rehab after she got out of the hospital. And Doreen she's too much. She's not the nicest person to me. Like the other day, she had asked me something, and my phone, like this iPhone, it has a mind of its own. And it spelled something differently. And she thought I was talking about a girl with Jackson, and I wasn't. So then now she's messaging me pictures of Son's ex-girlfriends, like I don't know who they are. The one lives upstairs, and saying that she's welcome to Son's family's parties and that Son's family loves him more. And I'm like, oh my God, this woman is about, oh. So she is not welcomed to my house. No, I don't. I don't need it. I just don't. I like my peace. I like to be able to walk around my apartment, do what I want, but I'm willing to take up room in the living room if he needs the help. Because how is he going to pay his rent? $900 a month, and you're not even working? I'm going to try to get him on short-term disability. He's been at his job for 3 years, 3 years. And so he should have something. So I'm going to help him. He doesn't understand English very well. So, and then the people don't want to talk to me either. One time I called because Son didn't understand the lady from the workman's comp. And then they turned us into the I don't know, it's on. I don't know why we can't hear it. Into the people. I don't know what's going on. Hello? Long Crime, turn your speaker on. Long Crime, wake up. Wake up, Long Crime. You know, I think it's an ulcer, Kathy. I don't think it's my pancreas. I think it may be an ulcer. I think maybe I need to leave the iced coffees alone for a while. I've been drinking them every day for like 3 years. But I just love them. I don't know. I'm just scared. You know, when you're in the...
Procedurally, before we move forward, due to the nature of the case, we want to make sure it's done correctly and handled appropriately. So once that issue is addressed, we will reset a date for all pending motions. Anything else on behalf of the Commonwealth? Sure.
Just in regards to the cost changes, any motion I will take up, but I do have affidavits I like to supplement the record. They've already been provided to council, but I just wanted to make sure the part of the record for all those.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing else.
All right. With that, court is adjourned.
What? I did all that for this? Well, I guess we didn't hear the beginning, but I'm assuming they want more time. Maybe that's what they were saying in the beginning. They want more time. I don't know. Let's see what the comments are saying. Yeah, they're like, even the people in the comments are like, what just happened? They were saying, well, that was interesting. That was a backroom deal to not take any matters. And someone says, I blinked and missed it. Okay, next on the docket. It's clear as mud. Everyone was like, it was a meet and greet hearing. So it's continued. I think maybe they just want more time to make sure they get everything together and do it right, like the judge said. So Kathy, you're into that case about the girl that unalived her parents, right? And then left her sister to find them. Were you into that one? Oh, okay. I thought you were so yeah. Well, I guess that was fun. If I would have known this, I wouldn't have did all that. It takes a long time to prepare this stuff.
Persuaded by the logic of Donovan.
Well, I guess you can go back and finish your nap, huh? Well, that kind of sucks. I suppose I can get rid of all this Anna stuff. All right. Good night. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Do all those wonderful things. I wonder when Derek Rosa case is going to start. Said January. I think late January. Well, that sucks. That that was very short. This is how I feel right here. What happened here, peeps? What happened? I love that cat. My daughter, well, I do too, but my daughter has the cat because Leah just does not like the cat, but looks just like that. They're sisters, Loki and Mika. I named mine Loki, and Amy named hers Mika. And funny, Son has an ex-girlfriend named Shamika. Oh, I don't, they would call her Mika. I just love that Christmas tree. So what's everyone going to do for Christmas? I don't want to waste my time. I mean, I took forever to do all this. Well, I guess we can watch some past things on the on why he's there. I shot the sheriff. I should have watched that cosmetic mom filler trial. I think that probably would have been interesting. Mickey. But they didn't shoot the deputy. I guess I'm not real familiar with, judge, like cases and stuff like that. Here's his first initial hearing.
This is my first hearing on this matter. I was appointed to sit as special judge, 04, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Shawn versus Shawn, Mickey Stines. This is my first hearing on this matter. I was appointed to sit as special judge in this matter by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. So I will be the sitting judge in Letcher Circuit Court till the conclusion of this matter. Also, the Honorable Courtney Shoemaker, who's the Circuit Court Clerk for Royal County, is going to be the Special Circuit Court Clerk. For the record, the parties are present. Jackie Steele is the Commonwealth's attorney in this matter, and Jeremy and Carrie Bartley, I see, are both present with their client. I wanted to set this first status hearing. I know we'll probably have a few of these just to kind of go through a few matters to make sure we're going to proceed efficiently during the pendency of this action. Mr. Steele, can you first give me kind of an update as far as proceeding with discovery and kind of what you think a reasonable timeline is for discovery completion on this case?
First, Judge, let me clarify. Ramsey Dallin with the Attorney General's office also attorney handling the matter. She had a conflict with other scheduling issues today. I see Mr. Coconut, Attorney General's office on special prosecutions. Ramsey has really been taking care of the discovery. I know we have made discovery. I think 2 weeks ago we made another some more discovery, some issues. We still have some things coming in and things being tested. I would think within the next 4 to 6 months, all discovery and testing will be complete.
Okay. Mr. Coconut, you wish to input on that at all?
How long ago?
Or anything you can update us on?
No, Your Honor. Jackie is correct. That sounds correct. And Ramsey, when she gets back next week, she's out
11 months ago.
The state this week, but we'll have a better idea at that time.
All right. Go ahead.
If I may, Your Honor, I also failed to mention Mr. Jim Cox, who is co-counsel with our office. He is appearing by Zoom as well, Your Honor. And if I speak to discovery, they have provided a plethora of voluminous discovery. We're continuing to go through that. At this point, all of our discovery requests have been met. And at this point, there are no outstanding discovery issues that we're aware of.
All right. And I encourage, like I said, Mr. Barley, I know any request you have, please go ahead and make it, and they'll be happy, I'm sure, to provide that. If we do become, at any point in time, if there is an issue in regards to discovery, all y'all need to do is notify my office, and we can address that at any point in time the parties need.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Next, there's been an affidavit of indigency filed on behalf of Mr. Stines. Mr. Steele, have you had the opportunity to review that yet?
I have not, Your Honor. No, sir.
Okay. Well, Mr. Bartley, if you don't mind, or I'll tell you what, if it's okay with you, I'll send Mr. Steele a copy of that for his review also.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Then I would ask that if we have any hearings relative to that judge, if we could do those in camera, Your Honor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sure.
And Mr. Steele, I'm going to have you take a look at it. I'll just kind of give you my inclination at this point in time, after reviewing the affidavit of indigency, due to the nature and complexity of this case. I do believe after reviewing the affidavit of indigency that Mr. Stines will qualify potentially for Chapter 31 funding. I'm going to ask you, I'll send that to you, and you can copy special prosecutions on it. What I would ask is, after I send it to you all, if you all have any objection to that, if you will file that with the court within 10 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I don't think that will be an issue. Mr. Barley, once we get that issue resolved, I will then proceed potentially with any request for Chapter 31 funding. And Mr. Steele, Mr. Kochner, maybe you all can address this if you want. Obviously, the rules would require that you all be given notice of the request for any ex parte hearings. Without question, there I think will be some ex parte hearings, potentially for Chapter 31 fundings. How do you all want Mr. Bartley to notify you all anytime that they are going to file for an ex parte hearing?
Your Honor, Mr. Barley has both mine and Ramsey's email. We've emailed each other several times through the last several months. Email will be fine. He does not need to file those in certified records.
I appreciate that. That's always, the Chapter 31 process is of such that first step, the notice requirement, I don't think needs to be formalized. So any point in time, Mr. Barley, before we'll have a hearing on that, if you'll just notify Mr. Steele in regards to that, and we'll address that at that point in time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Steele, Mr. Kochner.
And then next, are we in a position to know if there's going to be a request for any type of evaluation?
Judge, I've spoken with my client. My apologies, Judge. I thought you were speaking. So what we have spoken with Mr. Steele about is that we do believe that there will be an issue as to criminal responsibility. We've consulted with, folks with regards to that issue. I reached out to Mr. Steele, and we basically decided that we would raise this as a joint motion. I know that, once we provide that notice, the Commonwealth is entitled to have their expert evaluate Mr. Stines, and out of expediency, I believe that Mr. Steele and I would ask for an order for that evaluation to go ahead and take place. There are a couple of issues I did want to address with regard to the examination, I don't think there will be an issue at all, but I did want to make a couple of notes, but that's how we intend to proceed, Your Honor, with the court's blessing.
All right, and in regards to what I generally would do, and I think that's probably the best course of action to go ahead and get that in the pipeline. It is going to require, what I would recommend is that we go ahead and get the order entered in regards to competency and criminal responsibility. I might as well go ahead and that address, since we're going to be doing that, versus we've seen it sometimes be piecemealed, and I don't want to delay the proceedings if we would have to go back and redo that. I know KCPC will initially do a video interview of him initially, and then we'll notify, which is now required by law, and then they will then notify the court if a inpatient evaluation would be required.
Your Honor, so and I understand the court's position, and certainly we do not raise the issue as to competency, but I understand the court and the expediency of going ahead and examining that. I understand that, but I did want to make clear that our notice only concerned the criminal responsibility, Your Honor. But the other issue that I wanted to make sure that we discussed was my understanding with I believe it's Shawn's law that made it more clear that our expert should be able to participate in the proceedings at KCPC, and I would ask that I'll go ahead and identify him as Dr. Eric Drogan.
Okay, I'm very familiar with Dr. Drogan.
We would ask that Dr. Drogan be allowed to participate pursuant to the statute. And then the second piece of that is, and generally I believe this is standard procedure, but I believe that normally KCPC gives both parties an opportunity to submit materials that they may want reviewed.
Sure.
We certainly would like to make sure that we have that opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah, both sides will have. I know the more information the KCPC's provided, the more effective the evaluation will be.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Steele, what's your take on if we do just criminal responsibility, or if we go ahead and knock out competency and criminal responsibility?
I'm okay with the competency issue. This is taking a little bit of a turn from the discussion me and Mr. Baldy had. I thought he was doing a competency evaluation. I always do the criminal responsibility behind it. But now he's saying that he wants his expert there doing a criminal responsibility. I'm not comfortable doing a criminal responsibility if he's going to have an expert on that position, unless we know what the issues are they're raising in the criminal responsibility of their expert. So we're going to get in a position where our experts at KCPC or the court's experts at KCPC are on criminal responsibility will make a finding while their expert's present, and then he's going to go back and write his report. I don't want the court's KCPC evaluators doing an evaluation until we know what their position is, what their expert's position is. That way he's not interfering, but he's in an evaluation for criminal responsibility, and then he gets to go back and then address issues that he thought were not discussed properly during the KCPC responsibility issues. So I'm okay with getting the order in, but I think there should be I think their expert, if they've already conferred with him, he's already done an examination, needs to get that report in before the KCPC responsibility issue is done.
Yeah. So, Judge, I don't think that the rules require preparation of a report before that examination. We are, again, we raise only the issue of criminal responsibility. I understand that it's expedient to raise both, but once we give notice, there's nothing that I see that requires us to produce a report before he's evaluated. And, I guess the reverse could be true that, if we have them evaluated, I mean, if we submit the report, then the inverse is true. Then they get the opportunity to see our position in advance and to evaluate it, in that light, Judge. So I'd ask that we go ahead and send him up there, have him evaluated. If there is something, once we both exchange reports that in rebuttal they want to have reviewed by the expert, then I think certainly they can send them Dr. Drogan's report and have them examine it, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to take that under advisement. I'm going to go ahead and get an order entered. We'll address the issue of the timing of the providing of the reports and who's present and when. I want to take a look at that to Mr. Barr. I mean, for me, the distinct difference would be KCPC, while they're an employee of the Commonwealth, are not an agent of the Commonwealth. That is an independent evaluation versus Dr. Drogan, who would be a retained defense expert. So,
Good, Your Honor. I don't mean to interrupt you, Judge. And I think that if this were a court, I mean, if we were only looking at the issue of competency, but I believe under 807, if we have our own expert and we're not asking them to serve as an independent, I mean, this is going to be the state's witness. I mean, KCPC will be their expert. And Mr. Still, do you disagree with that position or that piece of it?
Judge, if I may at this point in time, that's exactly going to my point. If he was indigent from the get-go and he had been found indigent and I understand the court maybe look at that issue, they're required to use state funds available before coming to you for Chapter 31 funds. Also, they had funds available for them for an expert in criminal responsibility. That is their expert. They're not sending him for a criminal responsibility competency issue to be addressed for the court to have an understanding, for them to then say, okay, there's criminal responsibility issues. They have got an expert hired. They're putting the court and the Commonwealth in a position that they're going to allow criminal responsibility done. Well, they've already got an expert hired. And like the court said, they're not my expert. They are a function of the court, for the court to look at issues in regards to pretrial issues. So that's, again, just reemphasizes my position in regards to criminal responsibility, why their expert who's already hired should have a report filed before that goes forward.
all right. I'm going to take that issue under advisement. I'll take a look at that. I will either issue an order or I'll enter a briefing schedule in regards to that issue.
Sure.
All right. Anything else you all want to address today?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask that the court advise how you would like us to make our request for bond. We had discussed at the arraignment with the previous judge that we would do a formal bond hearing. Certainly, we were kind of in limbo until your appointment, Your Honor. So we certainly would ask the court to review it, but we would like the opportunity to address bond, Your Honor, and how, in whatever form the court would like for us to raise that issue.
I'm fine, but in regards to the issue that if you want to set a time for a formal motion on your bond, we can do that at any point in time.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. In terms of dates, is there a parameter in which you would like for us to file it?
If you all want, you can confer with the Commonwealth. If you want, just find some agreeable dates to both sides, and then we'll coordinate that with my office, and there'll be a hearing that I will travel and do that in person.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. That's why I want to make sure that it was convenient for all the parties.
Absolutely. We'll work around that, and when we get a little bit more, we can probably tie it in, and also with the fact that if we need to have any arguments in regards to the evaluation process, we could probably couple that and kill two birds with one stone.
Yes, Your Honor. In the event that the court, there were a bond set that was makeable, then at that point we, may have to revisit whether there's a inpatient versus outpatient. But I understand, Your Honor, we'll file that motion and get with everyone to discuss a convenient hearing date, Your Honor.
Sure. Be glad to address bond at any point in time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else we need to address today?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Steele,
Nothing for the Commonwealth, Your Honor.
Mr. Kokenar, anything from the AG's perspective?
No, Your Honor. Nothing else. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate all the party. I will then look for you all to look for some dates once the bond motion is filed. And then we'll set a time to have that heard, and then we'll finalize any of the issues in regards to the evaluation of Mr. Stines. So if there's nothing else with that, court will be in adjournment, and then we'll reconvene upon an agreed upon time with the parties.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
A status hearing was held today in the Sheriff Shoots Judge murder trial for Shawn Stines.
The former Kentucky sheriff is accused of killing a county judge in his chambers 2 months ago, and there is surveillance video of the shooting that was played during his very first court appearance back in October.
Oh, geez, we probably shouldn't pause it at that. Okay, y'all. I'm going to have to get off here now because I have to get ready. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're in the replay. I will see you in the next live. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.